And right now, I'm going to introduce to you a lady that's actually been around for a while doing some music Toronto way, and we're going to find out all about her because she's got a brand new album that we're going to talk about, and we'll see what makes her tick. Rosanne Baker Thornley. Good morning, Rosanne. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
We're doing well here on the show. Got a Christmas thing going and the local artists, but we're going to take a break from that to talk about Rosanne Baker Thornley. Listen, Rosanne, you go back a fair ways with some bands you played with in the 90s and so on. Tell us about your musical background, how you got your start, okay?
Oh, my goodness. How much time do we have?
As much as you want.
You know what? I started writing very early. Honestly, I'm going to go right back. I started writing when I was about 8. I played violin. I had to practice violin, so I started turning it sideways and strumming it. Wow. I quickly got into guitar and moved to Paris with my father, where I started really writing a lot when I was about 14.
Wow.
Played for French radio over there. Came back to Canada, joined a band at that point in time, was doing backup vocals, and then ended up being a lead singer in basically a rock band. And that went through a number of different, lived on the road for the most part, did a lot of performing. Mm-hmm. And at one point I'm really fast tracking through all that. At one point then I ended up getting off the road because I decided I wanted to focus on a recording career, which I did. And that was my first album. So that was, that's 20-some years ago.
Wow.
20-some years ago that I did the album, and it was great. It was factor funded, which was nice back then even. Mm-hmm. And I then started a family, so everything switched up on me in there. Wow. And for a while there, I was asked by many people if I'd write with other people. Mm-hmm. But back then I was like, I write for me. I'm not right. I don't really want to write with other people for their projects. But during that time, I took some time off from the music business and stepped back.
Right.
I really, I fell into this entity in LA called Matrix. And I was really quite enthralled with what they were doing, was writing with young artists. And that really stuck in my mind as something I could do. Is working with a young artist that's in the room that knows what they want to talk about, but wasn't quite sure how to put it into a song. So I ended up doing some writing at that point in time. I stepped out from my own album, decided to shelve it, and just stepped back for a little bit. And then I stepped back in, and it was like a switch went on in my head when I started writing again, and started writing behind the scenes. I was very much behind the scenes, and I love it. Yeah. I don't mind at all being behind other artists and their songs. But then I was also writing songs for me. Like, my artistry didn't end with that last album, and I decided it was time to do a new album. So there we are, and it's really, sorry I'm late. I mean, that is really, appropriately titled.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Marvelous.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was perfect. You did very I want to go back just for a second because it's been a very long time. I don't want to tell you how long since I have been in Paris, France. And I was one of those, some people are, some people aren't. I was one of those who just loved being in Paris. I was just thrilled with it all. There wasn't anything there that I said, oh, I don't like this. I wanted you to just expand a little bit on your time in Paris. What was it there? And how fulfilling was that for you in terms of being an artist, okay?
It's such a huge part of my life. Like, I was quite young when I was there. Mm-hmm. When I was there, I was living with my father in Paris. And I had the option of going to either continuing on with high school, so that's how far back it was,
right?
Continue on with high school, or to go to the Alliance Française and learn how to speak French. I decided I really didn't want to spend all my time with people that spoke English. I ended up going to the Alliance Française and studying with people quite a bit older than me. Mm-hmm. But the only way we could communicate was through French.
Oh.
So I had a friend from Japan. I was friends with a woman who her husband was a Russian conductor. So, an orchestra conductor. It was. I loved Paris. I loved the ambiance of Paris. I loved the people. it was in my playing there. I auditioned for French radio when I was there, and I got a part on a show that was a weekly show, playing guitar and singing. And that's when I was 15 then.
Wow. But
it was great. It's such a great. Whenever I'm across the pond over there, no matter where I am, I'm always like, okay, so we're going to go here. But we're going to end up in Paris, right?
Right. Very good. Very good.
It's a lovely, lovely place.
And that sort of gets us to Sorry I'm Late. And it's a wonderful album. And I was kind of thrilled. I'm always out looking for, new things. And this one happened to come my way from Jane, I believe. And and so tell us about Sorry I'm Late and the songs and what the flavor is, what the folks are going to hear, okay?
Well, I would say that with this album, it really is. I'm really about speaking the truth. When you're writing songs, whether it's my own songs or I'm writing with somebody, it's really about writing through your heart and writing what you know. Only because I think that when you truly believe and know what you're talking about, it gives a whole different flavor to how you're singing about it and feeling it in the song. So this album is really. It's almost like my journal. It's like a journal, and it's journal entries of things that happened in my life. Like in Paris, is written around a trip I took to Paris with my daughter just before she was getting married.
Wow.
And I knew everything was changing, and it was taking her to. There was something really special in taking her to places that I loved when I was a kid, basically, and to be there with her to look for a wedding gown.
Yeah.
So that, and then there's Her Mother's Eyes, again, written about the morning of my daughter's wedding, and me just looking at her and the fact that she was changing. It was changing. Just every song, Give Me One More Night, was written around a friend who I lost, and I wrote it through the eyes of his wife. And he just didn't come home. He collapsed on the ice from a heart attack. And he never came home. So it was really that what happens, things change in a second. So it was all about tell people you love them. Tell people now that you care about them because, man, things change and they change really fast and you can't go back. So it was Give Me One More Night. So all of them have so much story to them for me, even strong.
Yeah. Now, who helped you out with the album, and what were you playing on it, and then who was with you to record this?
Well, Will Scholar produced the album. I'm so happy with what he did, only because he had a great amount of respect for me as an artist and also for the songs. So really the production around those songs is what the songs needed. It was creating a vibe and a space and making sure I was in there.
Of course.
So also, who played on the album? Mark Kelso played drums. Mark was also on my first album, so we've got a lot of history together. He also will at times play on other songs I'm writing and producing with other artists. Kevin Fox played cello. Just awesome. I mean, Give Me One More Night is his cello is incredible, and working with him in the studio was amazing, and he's also a friend. And I recorded at Kensington Sound, which is in Kensington Market. It just celebrated 50 years. 50 years. So recorded there, but it was a very Ben Pelchet mixed it. He worked with us and mixed the album as well. Daisy also did some work on it. Daisy from Kensington. And I co-wrote a song with, there's 2 songs on my album that are co-written with Northeastern, and that's Look Up and One More Line. So those are on the album too. Again, a vast amount of meaning in each one of those songs.
Well, there you go. And we're going to get you in just a minute to pick some songs to play on the air. But what's up and coming down the road for you then, Rosanne?
I'm going to keep releasing singles at this point. I know the album's out, but I'm still very much, and again, this is another Factor project, which I am very fortunate to have received a grant to do the album, which is so beneficial, and it's helped with everything with video and marketing. And moving forward, I will continue to release singles and to support all the songs. The next single that is going to be coming out will be Her Mother's Eyes. That is definitely, it was originally going to be the first single, but in view of COVID, it didn't make sense to release it. It would be like, is she on another planet somewhere? So we sort of switched up what we were going to release. And I would like to probably, I mean, my goal is not to get back on the road full time. I've done that and I loved it. I think it's beneficial to new artists, but and artists in general. But I would like to do some playing. But I have a very, I have an idea of what I'd like to do and how I'd like to do it. And I'm not going to do a lot of it, but I would like to do some of it again.
Oh, that would be great.
I miss it.
That would be great.
I miss it. Yeah.
Okay, listen, you spoke very well. It's been fun talking to you for sure, and I appreciate that. So you've mentioned some songs, but maybe you'd like to pick 3 that we're going to put on the air right now that you'd like the folks to hear for sure. Okay.
Well, you know what? I would think that Sorry I'm Late is probably because it's the title track, and it says a lot. That song says a lot about the album and just life in general. So Sorry I'm Late would be good.
Okay.
Yes, and maybe Her Mother's Eyes. Mm-hmm. Again, just from the perspective.
Yeah.
And because I spoke about it, I would actually I'd like you to play Give Me One More Night.
Okay, we will do that for sure.
Sad, but it's a gray day.
Yeah, and I'm sure when I get through some Christmas, the Christmas season back in January when I'm doing my Canadian albums of 2022, we'll get some more on along the way, okay?
Yeah, well, thank you. Well, and thank you so much for the call. That's great.
And it's been great getting to know you and certainly talking to you today. You have a great Christmas season, okay?
You too. Thank you very much.
Take care, Rosanne. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Rosanne Baker Thornley is her name, and her album is called Sorry I'm Late, and let's play the title track right now. Rosanne Baker Thornley.
Had an obligation I had to keep, a conversation I couldn't leave, a ton to do so I didn't sleep, a lot of people I wanted to please. Had a pile of clothes I had to wash, had to raise the kid and walk the dog, grab the groceries and drop them off, had so much to do that I forgot. Sorry I'm late, but there's 1,000 things I had to do today, and another 1,000 things that I would love to chase, that have to wait. Sorry I'm late. Had a stack of bills I had to pay, at 25 years I know that saved me. Had a moment there where I kinda wanted, thought I had enough time, but it took longer. I got caught on another road and the clock didn't stop, and I got older. There were years there where I lost a page, had a lot of plans I couldn't change. Sorry I'm late, but there's 1,000 things I had to do today, and another 1,000 things that I would love to chase, that have to wait. Sorry I'm late. 22 turns 29, 31 turns 35, 41 and 43 run quickly into 50, and 51 meets 53, and right beside is 55, and 56 I can't believe when it's still right at 60. Sorry I'm late, but there's 1,000 things I had to do today, and another 1,000 things that I would love to chase, that have to wait. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late.
You're listening to Rosanne Baker Thornley. That was the title track. Sorry I'm late. Here's Her Mother's Eyes.
It's the morning of the day her life is gonna change, and it's quiet. She is in her hotel room. All the girls will be here soon, but not arrived yet. All the pieces of this dream, all the months imagining, and here she is. A bit of old, a bit of blue, a bit of borrowed, a bit of new, just like she's planned it. She's years of braids and ponytails, pink lemonade and fairy tales. And today she is a bride, and she's 6 years old inside her mother's eyes. Together on the bed, a picture-perfect wedding dress waits in the corner. A mother-daughter side by side. They don't speak so they don't cry. The day moves forward. Bit of lipstick, bit of blush, a bit of champagne, all because here she is. Standing in her wedding day, with her beautiful bouquet, just like she's planned it. She's used the braids and ponytails, pink lemonade and fairy tales. And today she is the bride, and she's 6 years old inside her mother's eyes. She thinks about all that they've had. She knows love moves them forwards, not back. And she smiles 'cause she knows what they'll have. The years, the braids, the ponytails, pink lemonade and fairy tales. A bride, and she's 6 years old inside her mother's eyes. And today she is the bride, she's the passion, she's the pride, and she's the light in her mother's eyes.
I am going to do a giveaway right after this next song. I hope you're enjoying Rosanne Baker Thornley. Isn't she something else? This is Give Me One More Night. I got a couple of good albums for you, so don't go away.
Just assumed that all the years would come and go and you'd be near. All the nights you held me close, we laughed about who loved who the most. I never thought they'd disappear. I can hear your heartbeat, I can feel your breath, I can feel your warmth inside my chest. I can feel your fingers softly touch my chin. I can feel your lips against my skin. touch you in the dark and realize that you're not here. I close my eyes and try to sleep, but it keeps coming back to me. I always thought I'd be where you are. I can hear your heartbeat, I can feel your breath, I can feel your warmth inside my chest. I can feel your fingers softly touch my chin. I can feel your lips against my skin. I don't wanna leave, I don't wanna stay. Give me one more night for what I need to say. With endless things I should have said, and sunlight is climbing up the wall. I wonder if you really knew how much I wanted you. Should have said it all. I can hear your heartbeat, I can feel your breath, I can feel your warmth inside my chest. I can feel your fingers softly touch my chin. I can feel your lips against my skin. I can hear your heartbeat, I can feel your breath, I can feel your warmth inside my chest. I can feel your fingers softly touch my chin. I can feel your lips against my skin. I don't wanna leave, I don't wanna stay. Give me one more night for what I need to say. I don't wanna leave, I don't wanna stay. Give me one more night.
Rosanne Baker Thornley from Sorry I'm Late. Give me one more night.